It's trash. What the? Yo, you serious? Are you serious? It's trash. No. I'm just kidding. But what up? It's your boy Anon. So let's have a before we get into it, have a little I guess backstory. A callback. Look, maybe 2-3 weeks ago, I made a video pretty much talking about why we don't talk about music anymore. When it comes down to the get down, you know what I'm saying? Why we don't judge the music as the music and like take away all the extra bullshit. You know? I had a whole video about that. A whole video pretty much saying we base our opinions on music off of other people's opinions on music, how we already feel about that person whose music we're listening to, how the general public already feels about that person that we're listening to. And then that's kind of how we base our music. A lot of people are sheep. A lot of people don't really understand how music really works. You know what I'm saying? And they think that they just, I don't know. People it's weird, especially now where it's just like, I don't know. So before I get into this, let me just explain something. When it comes down to music, no matter the genre, you can feel good music. You can feel when something is good. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you have an ear, especially when you grow up around music. When a certain song comes on, or a certain vibe, or a certain bop, whether you are a fan or deeply involved in that genre, there's still something, because you have an ear for music. You've been surrounded by music. You love music. So whether you are very familiar with that genre or not familiar with that genre, you can understand when something is good. Reggaeton, for example, like Bad Bunny and them. I speak Spanish a little bit, but I'm not the most fluent Spanish speaker. But I can tell when a great Spanish reggaeton song comes on, even without understanding what they're saying, because I can feel it. You understand what I'm saying? So this excuse of, oh, if you never listen to house music, if you never listen to dance music, then you ain't gonna understand how good this is. That is disrespectful to house and dance music. I feel if you actually listen to and are a fan of house and dance music, you should be mad that this album ever even came out. Let's be honest. If you are an actual fan, like you say you are, because this is the thing. People all of a sudden, just out of thin air, became dance and house fans. Never seen these people, never heard these people in their life talk about or post or do anything involving dance music. All of a sudden, they house and dance fans once Drake drop a house/dance album. And they're like, oh, well, you don't listen to that genre, so how can you judge the genre? Oh, you don't listen to, do you listen to anything but rap? Like, yo, shut the fuck up. Like, if you are a fan of this genre and you think this is the best that the genre has to offer this year or in recent memory, you ain't really a fan of that genre. You are, oh my God, y'all, bro. Well, let's talk about music. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about music. I wrote some notes on this just because I know if I go off the dome, there's certain things I'm gonna miss. So the first thing I'm gonna talk about is how the album comes in. Album comes in a little jazzy, you know what I'm saying? Comes in, no music. The intro is no music at all. It's just instrumentation. Just I think it's like a minute, 45 seconds. I don't even remember. But then we get into the second song. It introduces you into the vibe. The thing is, the beats. You could say, oh, you don't even listen to house music, you listen to dance music. The type of beats on this album, I've heard a million times before. I don't go out listening to house and dance music, but I've heard these type of beats everywhere. So you can't say, oh, you don't listen to dance music, so you don't understand. I've heard these beats before. All these beats. They not exactly these beats, but I've heard beats like these a million times. Is Drake the best thing to happen to beats like these? No. Let's be honest. Beats like these are common beats because house music and dance music is a popular thing. It's one of the most marketable genres for a reason. House music can be played in the clubs. It can be played anywhere because it has that groove that gets you going. House music plays all the... I'm a gym rat. I go in the gym 6 days a week. They play house music in the gym. They play dance music in the gym. It's music to get you going. This Drake on these beats is not the best thing to happen to these beats. And if you're telling me that he is, then you have no respect for the genre. You have no respect for the culture like you claim you do. All right. Text Go Green. I like that song. That's one of the few songs that I like. And this is my other issue. Most of this album, Drake stays in a comfortable pocket. Most of this album, Drake don't really experiment like he should. Y'all are saying, oh, he's experimenting, he's trying to be different. All Drake did was be Drake over another beat. That's all Drake did. Drake came on most of these songs. He just did that on dance beats. That's all he did. Really? Tell me Drake does not do that on majority of these beats. One of the songs, I think it's the first song, Drake kind of changes it a little bit, but that type of that vocal range that he does, where he's like it's like he's just talking, but he's talking like you go goofy. He's singing like goofy. You know what I'm saying? He does that on most of these beats. The content, like, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Because I'm going to talk about the music. Y'all going to talk about some other bullshit. Oh, my gosh, at least he tried. Yo, Michael Jordan went to baseball. Is Michael Jordan in baseball? No. Michael Jordan is only Michael Jordan in the NBA on the Bulls. He's not Michael Jordan on the Wizards either. Nobody looks at Michael Jordan on the Wizards and is like, oh, yeah, that was him at his peak. No. Michael Jordan went to baseball. It ain't work out. Michael Jordan went to the Wizards. It ain't work out. Michael Jordan is Michael Jordan only on the Bulls. Let's be honest. So Drake went to dance. It's okay. It didn't work out. Yeah, you tried it. Paddle. There you go. Good for trying. It didn't work out. It's okay. I'm nobody. Man, come on, bro. Look, we're not going to just sit here and be like, oh, well, like, yo, Drake's been in the game for almost 15 years. Why are we treating Drake like he's a little child? Let's be honest. For real. Y'all are treating Drake like he's this little delicate child that needs to be treated with care. Oh, at least he tried. Like, oh, he hopped into the dance music. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Give him a break. This is his first time. No, it's Drake. This is his 7th album. This isn't his first time putting an album out. When it comes down to making an album comes with a certain check boxes. You understand what I'm saying? So no matter the genre, musical albums need check boxes. You know what I'm saying? A great musical album, you have to check the boxes. You understand what I'm saying? Just because this is his first dance album doesn't mean it has to sound like his first ever album. The sound quality of the album doesn't sound that good. It doesn't sound good. The beats sound good. Drake does not sound good. You understand what I'm saying? The way his just the auto tune and how just under everything he sounds, he doesn't sound clear. And let me tell you something. Me, I listened to this project 2 times. The first time I listened to it while reading the lyrics, because that's who I am. That's what I do. I care about the music. I don't care about the other bullshit. I don't care that he's almost a billionaire from Toronto, Canada. I don't care. I care about the music. Is this the best album I heard in 2022? No. Post Malone's album was better than this. Future's album was better than this. Kendrick Lamar's album was better than this. 7220, Dirk's album was better than this. I listened to a lot of albums this year. Russ, the album he dropped last year, was better than this. The EP Russ dropped was better than this. I don't care if it's not the genre. Music is music. There's a whole lot of albums that dropped this year that are better than this Drake album. We're not going to just lie. Kendrick's album is killing this album. Future's album is killing this album. I don't care if the genres are different. The music is the music. The music is the music. You understand what I'm saying? But let's get into it. Like, y'all really, like, come on, bro. I've never seen nobody get this many excuses for putting out a bad album. When, I know I always bring him up. When Eminem put out Revival, people trashed him. They gave him no leeway. They gave him no, oh, well, oh, this, oh, that. There was none of that. The people who didn't like, dang, what's the Kendrick album called? Mr. Morale's Big 7. The people who did not like it, there was no leeway. Oh, well, he this and that. Well, they tried. They actually tried. They were like, oh, well, he was gone. He didn't write for 2 years. They tried. They tried. This is different. They name other artists that put out a bad album and he got treated like a baby because he decided, oh, I'm going to just jump in another genre. Why? And then people are saying, oh, Kanye has a very diverse catalog, so he wants to compete with Kanye. Kanye's catalog is good. He has a couple of slips, but most of Kanye's catalog is actually good. Let's be honest, bro. What was the last fire, guaranteed classic Drake album? This was not one. CLB was mid, if we're going to use y'all terms. CLB was not Drake's greatest album. Scorpion was not Drake's greatest album. Views was not Drake's greatest album. My favorite Drake project is Scary Hours 2. 3 songs. The last, Views might have been his last, quote unquote, great album. And that's still debatable. It ain't his best album. It's not, Nothing Was the Same. It's not So Far Gone. It's not Take Care. But it's right there compared to everything else he's put out since. Come on, bro. And look right here, I have discussed the difficulty of experimenting at the height and this far in your career and how it can impact musical criticism, both good and bad. Okay, boom. Like I said earlier, this is Drake's 7th album. His 7th album. Drake is the biggest artist on the planet. These are facts. I'm giving you all facts. So, when you are the biggest artist on the planet, there's expectations. Because you are the biggest artist on the planet, your casual fans are more than other people's casual fans. You understand what I'm saying? You have stans. You have people who are diehards, but you also have a lot of people who only listen to you because you're the biggest artist on the planet. You understand what I'm saying? Right? So when you do that, there's certain criteria. There's certain things, because you have this huge audience of casual fans. There's certain things that they are looking for from you because you're the biggest artist. They are casual fans. They're not going to care about all this and that. As long as you give them what they want, then you're good. Then you're safe. You understand what I'm saying? So Drake is known for blending R&B and hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Drake is known for having his R&B records about girls or whatever like that, and then having his hip hop records, and you know what I'm saying, rapping with Future and rapping with this person, rapping with that person. There's a certain sound and a certain thing that Drake is known for doing. You know what I'm saying? Because you're the biggest artist in the world, your room for experimenting is very little, because your casual fans, majority of your audience are casual fans. So they only come for certain things. So when you just abandon everything the casual fans and your actual fans are used to do what you want to do, you will face certain criticisms You will face certain scrutiny because you're the biggest artist in the world. You have to appease to the what's the word? The majority. You understand what I'm saying? So that's the biggest issue. So the fact that Drake even, like I said before, the fact that Drake even took this chance to experiment, hats off to him. But it was a failed experiment. It's not good. It didn't work. It did not work. You know what I'm saying? I did all this explanation to tell you, because y'all gonna look at me and be like, so you pretty much explaining the reason why you don't like the album is because he's the biggest artist in the world and he shouldn't have banned it. No, you can do whatever you want if it's good. It's not good. I'm sorry. It's not good. I've had this discussion. I listened to the album twice. Half of the songs are decent, but you're the biggest artist in the world. You're the top 5 rapper in the world. People put you on the GOAT list. You should not put out a decent album. You understand what I'm saying? And this album, I'm not saying the album is decent. I say there's a few songs on here that are decent. But you are the biggest artist in the world. You shouldn't, majority or not even half of your album should not just be decent. It should. You understand what I'm saying? And we want to give Drake this like I said, well, people want to treat him like he's a baby. That's weird. Drake's not a baby. Drake's what, 35, 36 years old. He's been in the game. He's the richest not the richest rapper, but he is the highest grossing artist right now. He has all the resources in the world. Why is this okay? I understand if, like me, I'm mixing my music myself. I'm recording my music myself. I'm looking for beats. I'm writing. I'm doing this and that. I'm promoting. I'm doing this and that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to be the master of everything because I'm still trying to figure it out. Drake has the tools to every single thing any artist can ever ask for, yet he still did this. You understand what y'all like? I don't think y'all get me, yo. Man, look, we talking music. We talking music. Like I said, the beat maker, what was the old dude's name? I forgot what his name is. Damn. Old dude though. The beats, they're good beats. I've heard beats like these before. Drake is not the best thing to happen to these beats. We're gonna wrap it up with this. Look, the biggest issue with this Drake project is that not only did Drake take it upon himself to do a whole album on a genre that he is not actual artist in. Not only did he do that, but he refused to even incorporate people in that genre to at least help him make a better album. Like, if you're going to pull from a culture, and because you have this big audience, majority of your audience probably isn't a fan of this culture, or that exposure to that culture is from you. First of all, they're blinded. They're blinded to think you are the best to happen to that culture, because you're not. You're barely. Ooh, I don't want to say it. Goddamn. Look, you're not the best to happen to dance music. You're not the best thing to happen to EDM. You are not their prominent artist. So why, when you make a dance hall, did you just decide not to? I guess because, I'm gonna sell records anyway. I feel like that's all that matters to Drake at this point. As long as I get a check, as long as I sell records, I can do whatever I want. Because that's how his music sounds. Let's be honest. People ain't gonna like this. People ain't gonna like what I'm saying, but let's be honest. People don't want to be honest. Drake music sounds like, just give me the check. Let's be honest. If you're looking at the lyrics on this project, come on. The lyrics. He don't got no... The only time I really was like, ooh, what was the name of that song? Is the song where he pretty much being spicy. I think it's Liability, something like that, where he's kind of being spicy. That's the only, and that's almost close to the end of the album. Everything else was just okay, whatever. Most of the song's subject matter is very similar. The way he rides these beats, the vocals that he have on these beats are very similar. The only interesting thing on the project is the beats. That last song is the song though. The one with 21 Savage, that's the best song on the project. Not because it's rap, but because it's the best song on the project. Can that not be true? Can those two things not be true? Like, come on. Come on. I don't care how you feel. Like, look. What Drake should have did. The top dance artists, you have access to them. Don't act like you don't. You are Drake. If any artist on the planet gets a phone call from you, they're picking up and they're doing whatever you need them to do. 2 or 3 songs, you could have got whoever the top dance artist is on there. That would have elevated this project. Because guess what? Not only would they have put their spin on it, but they may, especially if you want to be in the studio with them, which I'm pretty sure you don't. I don't know. They could have been more hands-on and been like, hey, look, maybe you should do it like this. Maybe you should do it like that. So you can get more of a vibe of what the actual culture is. Instead of just hopping on a beat and rapping to it. Or hopping on a beat and to it. Like, that is what this album is missing. The actual culture is not on this album. Imagine Ed Sheeran, right? Ed Sheeran makes I don't even know what type of music. He makes pop music, right? Pop, sing, song, country, whatever. I don't really know specifically. I don't know the name for the genre, but I'm gonna say pop. Ed Sheeran makes pop, right? He just ups and decides. Surprise album. I'm gonna lie to you. I'm gonna lie to you. Remember it all. Whatever. Ed Sheeran drops album. You listen to it, it's all rap. With no rappers on it. Rap beats. He on there. He rapping. No rappers though. It's just Ed Sheeran, the pop singer, rapping. Okay. You're like, okay, Ed Sheeran, you're not known for this. Why are you doing this? What are you doing how are you furthering a culture where you just randomly putting a rap album out? I'm pretty sure it's gonna sell because it's Ed Sheeran. But his fans are gonna be like, Ed Sheeran, we didn't ask you to make a rap album. And then rap fans are gonna listen to it. Some of them who don't really know nothing about actual rap and actual hip hop and stuff like that are gonna be like, oh, I ain't gonna lie, this kind of hard. But at the same time, what impact is it gonna have on the culture? You dropping a rap album randomly with no rappers on it, only you. How is that contributing to the culture? You, as Ed Sheeran, have a huge fan base, and all of a sudden you jump into a genre and don't expose that fan base to that genre. Or you might. Some people might be like, oh, this rap ain't that bad, and they might go over and go listen to some rap. Not saying that Ed Sheeran fans don't listen to rap, but to say that all Ed Sheeran fans listen to rap is stupid. You know what I'm saying? They're like, oh, I might go check it out, but they don't have no real reference of what rappers to look into because all they know as far as rap goes is Ed Sheeran. You understand what I'm saying? And that's how this Drake album is. I already know and I'm already familiar with dance music because dance music plays all over the place. It's a very wide genre as far as popularity. It isn't as big as hip hop, but you can go anywhere and they'll play dance music because there's not too many, certain dance music don't have too many lyrics, or sometimes it's in a different language to where you can't even understand it. There's certain aspects of dance music or house music that is very, I don't know if marketable is the word, but it's very, wide. I don't know. You understand what I'm saying? Like I said, I can go into the gym and they'll play dance music in the gym because it's music that gets you going. There's movies that have dance music. Like you can hear and you can recognize a genre of music by the production. You know what I'm saying? So with Drake making a whole album like this without involving anyone from that culture, and because Drake already has a high fan base based off of hip hop and R&B to be, you know what I'm saying? Mostly he has a few like dance songs. Those few, like, is anything on this album better than One Dance? Is it? No. Nothing on this album is better than One Dance. Not a single song. What's the other one? Oh man. It came out around that same time. It's on Views too. I'm gonna have to look it up. But it might not be on Views. What was the other song? I think it's out with a C. Controller. Is any song on this project better than those songs? No. Don't even think about it. They're not. Nothing on this project surpasses any other attempt at dance music that Drake has ever done. Not that Drake is the king of dance music, but Drake has done better versions of this genre before. None of this on here is better than Controller and better than One Dance. I'm telling you. You're going to say, oh, it's not the same? No, it's the same. It has the same goal in mind. Both of those songs, crazy. None of these songs on here are touching those songs. Let's be honest. Nobody wants to be honest, though, because it's Drake, and everybody wants to hold his hand, and it is what it is. But my point is, Drake should have involved some actual artists that can kind of guide Drake a little bit through this project to make it more listenable, make it more replayable. These songs is going to go because it's Drake, and that's the biggest issue. That's the biggest issue. Drake can really just do this, and it go because it's Drake. You know what I'm saying? That song, Way Too Sexy, that song, it did what it did because it's Drake. If any other artist made this song would be trash. That song went #1, I think. If it was just because, first of all, that song was supposed to be just a Young Thug and Future song. If it was just a Young Thug and Future song, it would not have been it wouldn't have been #1. And the reason when I listened to it, I knew it was a Young Thug and Future song before Drake hopped on it, because I listened to Young Thug and Future and I know the type of songs that they make. And they make songs like Way Too Sexy. Whereas them just really like fucking around in the studio. You know what I'm saying? Like, they be cool, they be a vibe like that, sup, mate. Hey, mate. Like, they make songs like that where it's just like, it got that groove, they just being goofy, like it ain't nothing to be taken seriously. Drake just jumping on it, it's gonna go. Drake making these songs, it's gonna go. People want to post saying, oh, he's supposed to be selling over 200,000. First of all, Drake's last album did 600. I know, oh, it's a surprise album. It's Drake. Just saying. Just saying. What Kendrick did. Kendrick did 200, didn't he? Now Drake's about to do 100. But when Kendrick dropped, we was like, oh, well, Drake did 600 and Kendrick do 200. Oh, dang, it ain't even close anymore. But now Drake's numbers is looking like Kendrick numbers and nobody has anything to say. Drake's about to sell 200. People are using the fact that Drake's about to sell 200 to say, oh, this is a good album. It's a popular album. But this is a third of what Drake's last album sold. Oh, it's a surprise album. So wasn't Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers a surprise album? Was it not? Wasn't the excuse that people use for Kendrick was he didn't have a single, he didn't have much marketing, and that's the reason why he's only selling this amount? Drake do the exact same thing and sells almost the exact same amount as Kendrick? Are we talking? Or are we not? Am I just talking and nobody listening? Whatever. Drake is projected to sell what Kendrick sold on his last album. Kendrick's last album was better than Drake's. Drake's last album sold 600 or whatever like that. Is this not a flop? Let's talk. Let's talk, because I'm here to talk. Because nobody wants to talk. Y'all just want to kiss ass. Y'all just want to suck dick all day. Let's talk. Is this not a flop? The album is not, it's not Drake's best album. This might be Drake's worst album. Let's be honest. Tell me this album, Certified Lover Boy, and there's certain songs on it I like. Certified Lover Boy is better than this. Scorpion is better than this. Fuse is better than this. Nothing Was the Same is way better than this. Take Care is way better than this. So Far Gone's way better than this. This is Drake's worst album. All Drake's mixtapes are better than this. This is Drake's worst effort. Let's be honest. It's not going to sell what Drake usually sells. Drake's last album sold 600. This one's about to sell 200. Let's say what it is. This is a flop. This is a flop. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with that. Drake gonna bounce back. My expectation of this album was, when he first announced this surprise album, was Drake's gonna be in his Drake bag, but Drake's gonna be extra spicy because people was talking bad about Certified Lover. But nope. What did Drake do? Went to a whole nother genre and Certified Lover Boy that genre. How people feel about Certified Lover Boy, saying mid, oh, this ain't Drake's best effort or whatever like that. He went to another genre and did the exact same shit. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Does Drake really care about music anymore? We care more about Drake's music than Drake cares about Drake's music. Drake's signing $500 million checks from his label. You don't have to make music anymore. Drake could have retired at Views. Drake could have retired at Scorpion. You don't have to make music anymore. And Drake's moving like you don't have to make music anymore, because Drake can do whatever he wants. And y'all are going to eat it up because it's Drake. And it's been like that for a minute. People don't want to come to that realization because it's Drake. This is how people look at Drake. As long as he's popular, he's good. That's how people look at Drake. People don't really listen to the music. People don't really care about what he's saying. People don't really care about how he's maneuvering. You know what I'm saying? Drake got hits. Drake makes good music. But the music now compared to the music before ain't the same. Nothing was the same. If you're telling me anything Drake has put out, I feel like Drake's best efforts is in small doses. His EPs and his singles are Drake's best works. God's Plan, what's the song? Live Now, Laugh Now, Cry Later. Those songs, hits, but they're good. But when Drake put out albums, it's not because people are tired of Drake, but it's because Drake can put more effort into one song and push that one song. But if you want Drake to make 20 songs and try and push all 20 songs, make sure all 20 songs are amazing at this point in his career, where it's going to sell regardless, he's going to make money regardless, you got Drake fucked up. You know what I'm saying? I don't blame him. But that don't mean I have to like the song. I don't have to just be like, oh, well, Drake's got all the money in the world. Drake's the biggest artist in the world. He can do whatever he wants. He's going to sell. No. Let's talk about music. I'm talking about the music. This ain't it. This ain't Drake's best album. This ain't the best album that came out this year. And for people saying that, oh, this is the best EDM, this is the best dance, this is the best house music I've heard in a long time, you're fucking stupid. And that's disrespectful to people who actually make that genre of music. You're telling me it took a rap R&B artist to go to a genre that he is not a master at to make a random house album, and you're saying that's the best of that genre that you've heard? No, that's disrespectful. It's not true. Like, come on, man. You can't disrespect a genre, and then because people are saying, oh, you calling Drake album trash is disrespecting the genre. No, Drake dropping this album is disrespectful to that genre. Let's be honest. You dropped a dance album with no dance artist. And through the entire album with auto-tune that was on and off randomly, and y'all want to say, oh, this is the best the genre sound in a long time. Stop. That, no. But that's it for me. Had to go on this little rant. This is gonna be a 35-minute video, but somebody had to be honest. People want to be so delicate. I don't know why. It's weird. That is weird. That there's certain artists people want to be delicate with, and I can't even say certain artists because Drake's the only one. Anytime any of the actual greatest like people in their top tier, anytime they they slip up or they make a mistake, people hound on it and they drag it onto that artist's career for the rest of their career or whatever like that. If Jay-Z put out a bad album, or Jay-Z put out a bad song, or Jay-Z do something, people are going to always harp on it, or they always going blah blah blah. Or like people, you know how many times people, oh, Jay-Z's overrated, blah 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 blah. People going to do that. I don't never see people say Drake's, well, people who don't listen to Drake say that Drake's overrated, but you don't listen to him, so you can't say stuff. You can't feel a way about somebody that you don't listen. You know what I'm saying? But I listen to Drake, and I'm familiar with dance music and house music. I'm familiar with it. To just assume that I'm not familiar with it because I'm a rapper and I listen to rap music, that's ignorant. I'm familiar with it. To say this is the best dance and house music I've heard in my entire life or recently, that's disrespectful. That is disrespectful. But there's artists, people say, oh, if there's artists, Lil Wayne, when Lil Wayne was going through his issues and his music wasn't the best, everybody was, I won't say everybody, Wayne fell off, Wayne trash now, old Wayne is better, la 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 la. Why we don't get that from Drake? Why we don't hear that from Drake? Because people don't care about the music, they care about how popular you are. No, maybe this will start that conversation. Maybe this will start that conversation because Drake is selling a third of what he sold on his last album. So maybe this will start that conversation. But people should have been having that Drake's falling off or Drake ain't the same conversation a while ago. The real music people, the people who actually understand music and people who actually care about music, we've been having this conversation. We've been looking at Drake like, he that dude, but is he really that dude for his music anymore, or is he that dude because he's that dude? You know what I'm saying? Drake's popularity, his marketability has kept him where he is for ever. His connections, his ties to keeping with the up and coming artists. You know what I'm saying? The fact that Drake can pull an up and coming artist, which is always amazing. I got so much respect for Drake because there's very few artists that have gotten to the top of the game that are going to pull you from, you know what I'm saying, and say, hey, you coming with me, let's do this song together. I got so much respect for Drake for doing that because there's not many artists that do that. But when it comes to Drake's solo music, when Drake isn't collabing with somebody, when it's just Drake alone by himself, you don't get the best. You don't. Not recently. Trophies by Drake. That's a classic song. Does Drake have a Trophies recently? A song like Trophies. Not the sound, but a song that did like Trophies did. That wasn't forced. Trophies is that song. That's that song. That's one of my favorite Drake songs ever. You don't have many of those anymore. You know what I'm saying? But that's it for me. I put 2.5 out of 5, but maybe a 2. Maybe a 2. Just help me get a 2 out of 5. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I don't know. But it's not the best Drake album. It's not the best dance album or house album, whatever genre you want to call it. It's not the best album I've heard this year. This might be the worst album I've heard this year. No. Him and Jack Harlow are tied. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, because I forgot I even listened to Jack Harlow this year. Him and Jack Harlow have the worst albums I've heard this year. And they have a song together on Jack Harlow's album. But that's it for me. I'm out. Too sweet.